Let's start with your reading, Capricorn. Today, we are going to look into your recent past, current energies, and near future. And then we will immediately clarify in order to find out more details about your messages. Now, let's start right away with your reading. Okay. All right. The main energy for the reading today is the Five of Wands. There is something here that you are feeling conflicted about, Capricorn. You find yourself in a situation with someone who you do care a lot for, but at the same time, you're wondering if at this point, this is going to have a future after all. You know, the Five of Wands can talk about arguments, but it can also talk about a internal conflict in between the heart and the mind. Your heart might still be very much in this situation, but your mind right now is starting to think, how many times am I going to allow this person to do this to me, to put me in these type of situations? So definitely a lot that you're thinking about. Let's see what's going on over here, Capricorn. In the recent past, we see the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. You know, we definitely see a lot of determination in making this happen. The 9 of Wands right now is bringing both good messages, but also not so good messages. Because on one hand, we see the passion with all these wands, a very strong connection, don't get me wrong. But on the other hand, we see someone guarded, someone who never fully let you in. And right here, also someone who was always ready to leave with a foot out of the door, always ready to just say goodbye without fighting for this. And at the same time, someone who never thought that what you were doing was enough. Very complicated person to deal with. But again, your heart was in this. And Capricorns are not afraid of putting in the effort when they care about someone. We'll come back to this to see what you might have missed out on back then when it came to this person and when it came to this situation. Now, this is very interesting. In the present, we see the Five of Cups and the Magician reversed. Someone is definitely putting up a performance for you here. It seems as though this person wants to attract you back in their life with magic, with triggers that will make you reach out, make you show up in their life once again. This could be someone who is saying that they're living their best life, you know, but all they do is wait on you. Waiting on a message, waiting on a like on their pictures, something that will show them that you're still here, still thinking about them. We'll dive deeper into this energy to see what else you should know about it. In the near future, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. With the Three of Wands, the first thing that we see is that someone is going to act on an impulse, which means that you should expect something that you're not expecting in the moment. But also, this energy is talking about you, Capricorn. I see you receiving a very exciting opportunity, and this is going to make you feel different, independent, more stable. And when this Three of Wands comes in, it will not impact you as it would have in the past. So very important turning point for you here. We'll see what this is going to be about. So let's start clarifying and let's begin with your recent past. The Star, Six of Swords, and the Five of Swords with the Three of Wands. You know, in hindsight, looking back at it now, you did have your red flags, Capricorn, didn't you? It looks like this person is someone who is trying to deal with something that comes from the inside. Five of Swords, a feeling of dissatisfaction, as if the world owes them, you know? No matter what you do for them, eventually they'll find a way to find something wrong about you, about your doing, so that they can finally label you as not good for them, so that they can finally tell you that you're just like the others, not worthy of their attention. But the more I look into this energy, the more I see that you knew that this was bound to happen eventually. And the reason being, it's because you might have seen them doing the same with other people. And deep down, you knew it was going to happen in this situation too. But with the star, you had faith. You were hoping that with you, it'd be different. But right here, you need to understand that having to prove yourself every day to the other person and never feeling good enough for them, it's not fair to you. Is this what you want? Is this what brings you happiness? Eventually, we see that you answer that question to yourself, Six of Swords, and you just give up on this situation because you said, you know what? Yes, I do care about this, and I wish that things would have turned out differently. But there is just so much I can do, and at this point, I need to move on from drama. I need to go back to my element, focus on my pentacles, so that I don't lose myself in this. Now, in the present, we definitely see something very interesting, as we were saying. So let's start clarifying the current energies. The Fool. I knew it. Three of Swords and this Three of Wands once again. You know, right here we see that this person is, I'm happy, I'm ready for a new beginning, but deep down, Three of Swords, they're bleeding, they're sad. What I see is someone who has a lot to say, but at the same time, they have no voice. It just feels as though this person can communicate better through anger and silence, other than communicating with their words and with an open heart. Listen, Capricorn, I can see that you care about this person. It's definitely clear. But it's time to draw a line. It's time to draw a line in between loving someone and loving someone who makes you love yourself less. There is just so much you can do. There is just so much that you should do. You can't save people. You can't even save relationships if you are the only one trying. You need to understand when it's time to say enough and walk away. Sometimes the best way to walk towards something is actually walking away from it. And it might be very well be the case for you over here with this Three of Wands showing up also in the near future. Something that comes in, someone who makes a move, someone who is definitely hurt, but who understands that it's time to say something, to do something. We'll see what this is going to be next. So let's clarify the near future energy. The Magician is up right this time. Ace of Cups, Five of Cups, and the Hierophant. You know, whatever this is, Capricorn, I feel that you have waited a long time for this. You have worked your butt off for this. I think that this is arriving at the perfect time because although you want to move on and not surround yourself with people who do not appreciate you, at times you might be afraid that you're going to end up alone. That by saying no to these people, eventually you're just gonna look around and find yourself in an empty room. And that is hurtful. And I completely understand that. You might look back and see a pattern. and you can't help but wondering if maybe there is something wrong with you or with how you let people into your life and into your heart. I see it right here with the Five of Cups. You look back, you see this trail of situations that maybe always ended up this way. But here's the thing. Whatever this is going to be, which we're going to look into next, this is going to give you the resources and the confidence needed in order to cut ties with the past. Not just with this person, but with everyone who does not deserve you. This is great news overall, and I do think that it's going to change it all around for you. We see that you're going to be in manifestation mode, and whatever comes next, Ace of Cups and the Hierophant, it's going to last a long time. This is a long cycle that is opening up in front of you. So for now, suffice it to say that you're going to let go of what hinders you. And you're going to be able to move ahead with determination and pride. Yes, it might feel scary at times, but we see that you have nothing to lose, especially considering where you're headed towards. Now, let's see what this is going to be about. Let's see what you should expect in the near future and how this energy promises to change it all around for you. I see exciting things for you, but let's look into the details and let's see what you should expect in the near and in the distant future as well. If you want to dive deeper into the messages with me, Capricorn, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free, personal, live, 45-minute reading. I send out emails to confirm every Monday morning. Please do me a favor and check your spam folder as well. Sometimes the messages get stuck there, and I got a reply from you guys after weeks, and it's definitely hard to fit you in the schedule. So please make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Capricorn. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the incoming events, the Empress. And this is really coming in at the perfect time. The first thing that we see with the Empress is the fact that you're finally able to see yourself for who you really are, to appreciate yourself, to love yourself, which is going to give you a lot of confidence. And trust me when I say that this energy, it's pivotal for the transformation that we've been talking about. Why? Because right here, you realize that even if something feels unique and rare, it's never the case. You always have a lot of options around you, and you need to recognize that, because by you understanding that if it doesn't work out in one situation, it's going to work out in the next one, it's going to take away that urge that maybe at times makes you decide to do things that eventually you regret, or makes you overlook certain red flags that have been around you all along. You know, right here, I definitely see one of the situations in which you're going to gain power because you know that this is not the end of the road for you. Say that you have a job that you really hate, right? You go to work and you're feeling very frustrated. You want to quit, but you have no other option. Now, say that you get an offer. You get an offer, you have an alternative, you already feel better. You go back to your old job, and right now you feel stronger because if something goes wrong, you know that you have a way out. Whatever it's coming in right now, it's your way out from this situation, connection, but also from a chapter in your life where potentially what you cared about started controlling you and started putting you in a position that you really did not enjoy. Now, with the Empress, we also see someone who really sees you, someone who notices things about you. It makes you feel seen, it makes you feel alive and absolutely beautiful. So, can't wait to look into this energy. Let's immediately clarify the Empress to see what's coming your way in the near future. Oh, too many cards. me shuffle one more time. Okay. What? Oh my God, Capricorn. This is coming out of the blue. This is, as we were saying earlier, in fact, something you were not expecting, but something that has been moving toward you slowly, but for a long, long time. And this is that beginning that you were hoping for. You're just right in front of it, and you'll have to make a choice when this comes up. The first thing that we see with the Ace of Cups is the type